pretty good for them. Cloud9 have struggled a little bit on this map, at least going off recent form, but this is a great way to change up stuff for the better. VALORANT is under a lot of pressure very early on. Is able to still get a kill, but the B site is very much opened up for Envy, and these last two surviving members of C9 are going to be slow to the rotation, and mummAy's there waiting with the shorty right on this corner, but nobody's going to go that direction quite wisely.
Yeah, the thing is, even just holding down this angle is going to make things tough for the remaining players on the retake, and already with the information of where Relyks is, he can't flash his way out of that one. It is going to be the pistol round.
But also everybody else on Cloud9 has had a good showing. TenZ, yet again, can only do so much there on an eco, of course, as Envy picked up the first round. It seems that they are going to be moving towards A, and Relyks has a nice little off angle that they might not be picking, but he's just going to keep an eye on those ropes, whilst Team Envy try to decide which direction they want to go through. So fair to say, they're a bit split on their decision.
That's awful. Just awful. I'm going to move on from that very swiftly. But it is going to be a 2 versus 4. Of course, this is a round where we can't really expect too much from Cloud9. I am really interested by the fact that they have so many flashes. Like, if you're including the paranoia as well, like, you could literally leave the whole site blind within a matter of seconds. So it almost reminds me of somewhat of I don't want to say a Puggy style, but that's
knows that the Cypher is going to be there on the attack, FNS. And TenZ manages to trade up the numbers at least, or do a little bit more damage on his defense at least, sorry. So Envy on the back foot for this round at least.
Yeah, I would say that was a bit more of a timing issue from FNS, because it looks like the way that that's supposed to go is he holds for that push while upper is checked. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication from Envy in that battle, because I don't feel like there should be a way where your operator player just gets peeked aggressively while you're trying to hold an angle. Relyks, gotta be careful. They need to push through, but an easy kill on the first. The trade is quick, but at this point, C9 can handle trades, as they will close out this round. Mitch with a take.
A sight to behold, so it's interesting to see these teams adapt with strategies, and like you pointed out before, because this is such a big money tournament, it's super important. And TenZ getting a double kill like that is a great way to open up. He's still adding to it. Doesn't need to play the jet, doesn't need to have the hyper mobility, can still do the same job on Raze. Fortunately, aKis gets a nice shot with the Guardian, but I feel in this 1 versus 3, there's only so much.
As he goes pushing into the sign, there's that paranoia! They line up, shinobi's gonna get 2. He slowed them as well. The rest of his team have the chance to rotate, but mummAy is very quick on the flick to close him out. Another peek from Relyks though, and it's another double. Everything coming up for C9. And now all that's left is the operator. Hot hands will literally burn him out of the corner, but luckily the Phoenix, using the run it back, is going to have to fall back into his initial position. But with only 15 seconds left, the spike on the ground, can't really expect much from the jet in this scenario, and eventually, well, just has to make the decision to fall back and hold on to that operator.
Relyks is going to push it a little bit more though. You can see mummAy's pretty low on health. Time's out. He does manage to get the kill, and another operator on his side. No, the direction of Mitch, who's just been holding the S key for the most part. Look at this though, TenZ might have come out with a knife kill, but Mitch makes sure that he doesn't get a bit too silly this early on in this game. And Relyks as well. Passive from Cloud9, just keeping an eye out, playing safe, and Relyks gets a double kill. Nice little collateral under a bit more pressure from aKis. It's going to give chase for the shorty, but unfortunately that shov's going to get a little bit more.
He had an operator for a second there, maybe not realizing to get a challenge in towards mid. He's got past one, but he actually makes it through. The distraction works for Caboose. He gets an entry and helps out aKis to get the other. TenZ just killed himself! Oh, no one else can do it, so he's had to do it for them. This has all gone wrong. Everything's gone wrong for Cloud9 in this round.
He don't miss. Oh no, wait, that's Wardell. He still didn't miss, but unfortunately the wrong target, just himself. A bit embarrassing for Cloud9. And Eclipse's going to add a bit more humiliation to them. It was just a bit of a manic defense there, really. All of the ultimates came out. It was pure chaos, and Envy seemed to punish that. Vice, the last one alive, is able to get a couple of kills, but can't really beat that triple peak, unfortunately.
Just going to be holding the angle. This is an open position to take, but actually it's not expected. That's the opener, the flash through. Even the ultimate that he just picked up off that one frag is enough for him to just look to decimate as he sprays through the smoke. 3 kills already for Vice. That all came off the back of that first kill. Now they can just look to try and slaughter the remainder, even throwing in the boom bot to try and scenario. I think they're going to be quite happy with that.
So the running back was interesting for Cloud9 because they actually did spot where the spike was. So the defense know that roughly they're going in that direction. So Envy are pushing to B. Look at where the spike is. Unless they're trying to bait, and we're going to see the Cypher move all the way to plant on A. But they have the site, and all they need to hold it for like, what, 30 seconds? Or make sure that this payload doesn't get destroyed as it's walking for their own spawn. Bit of an odd run from Envy. They just sort of went for it and realized that they had the spike. Now things have opened up. It's just going to be TenZ on CT. Spike might not even need to be a part of this round at all. mummAy knows exactly where they are. He's low on health, and yet wasn't how they're going to anchor particular sites, but kind of utility to look out for. In this case, the paranoia was good that Mitch tried to get on top of it, but unfortunately he does get traded out by Envy, and even then, Relyks breaking the wall, it's taken out in the process. Showstopper's going to be used on the attack onto the B side, but nobody's even really there. The shot misses out on a lot. Shinobi's adding a bit more damage, and aKis gets his third kill with a nice, juicy 1 versus 2 with TenZ coming in to try and save the day with the operator.
Whole lot of time either. They're gonna have to go for this pretty quick. The first one's for free. He knows where the second is, and there's nothing aKis could do. He was still in the animation of planting the spike. There was no way he could switch to his weapon quick enough. Yeah, I think off of this, it's been realized that there's at least a couple of players still on the other side of the map, but TenZ is in play. As the paint shells to expend to try and slow them down. He actually goes through, but the no-scope's missed. Maybe hands that one away a little bit, however, Vice is still there to defend. Just hiding in the corner, blind from the paranoia as he is being pushed slowly and a bit wary that there could be someone coming in on the flank. The fact is, they're both around this heaven area, and they're actually going to try and use some dark cover to get him out of there, but I don't think that's quite where he wanted it to land. It doesn't matter for Vice. He peeks out, gets both, but aKis sprays 2 down in return. It's still going to be a tough clutch as he needs 2 more. The aftershock not really clearing anything here, but the blind is going to leave him, well, completely blind. Nice work from Relyks to quell any real danger. Flash is going to leave him blind for a moment, and actually Vice again. He's just holding the fort, but the rest of the team have gone running back. It is the showstopper, at least from TenZ to deny. The flick is so fast. It leaves just 1 man standing. It's FNS into the clutch, Spectre in hand. Definitely not the gun for the job, but he might not be expected. Seems like TenZ is currently facing in the other direction, but the worry will be from Relyks and the second player coming in from exactly the same spot around this corner. The reason he hasn't got aggressive, well, that gun doesn't exactly work too well at range. His teammate also going to fall, a pistol round looking bleak, but now into a 3 versus 3. The jumping shots, though, from the shorty, looks for a little more, and that's a high damage shot at least. Caboose onto 68 HP, but they're still within a chance, and FNS has found Shinobi. It's all fallen apart. It's left onto Vice once again, and he gets the first, but he can't quite do anything else. A 3v5 coming up for MV, and an all-important pistol round as well. And if time ticks away, Caboose will also get back to full health, but he's not going to be given the chance. Nice shot from Vice. Classic King, maybe trying to recreate something we saw from Hazed yesterday. And in fact, Relyks and Mitch have found kills elsewhere. This leaves just 2 players remaining for MV. This wasn't even an investment. This was just some pistols, saving for the next round. This is one they can't afford to let slip, and unfortunately, there's now some weaponry in there as well. mummAy, FNS is almost just playing with his food at this point. He's just pinging them again and again as they push into the site. A double for FNS, and he's done enough here. There's 7 seconds left. They just have to deny the plant, and that's exactly what they'll do. C9, they couldn't do anything versus the Cypher, and it's why we sort of talk about it being a staple on this map. Yeah, definitely with the level of skill we seem to have in play. The operator, though, looking to deny that, not giving them the chance to get anywhere near close enough to do any real damage. Paranoia going to come through, though, and, well, aKis is there to defend his teammate, not allow him to be caught out. Mitch, in the meantime, alongside Vice, have taken a bit of control, but they've been spotted, and this is a very nice hold. These are the rounds we want to be seeing from MV if we're going to believe that. A nice shot already from mummAy to deny at least that presence. TenZ finds 1, but it's very quickly traded out. It seems like the attackers have decided to switch their play a little bit further towards mid. The problem is Calypso is already aware of this. He's holding the rotation. First kill all too easy, a second as well, doing his job perfectly. And already you can see the Cypher of FNS is just waiting patiently in case they try and go back in that direction. I don't think it matters what Mitch does here. Though. 1 versus 3, he needs to isolate the duel, and aKis is already waiting for it.
Puts an pressure on the even and Aftershock tried to use. Calypso gets a second, but eventually the Phoenix could grab him up. FNS is still trying to anchor this site as much as possible. We have seen the Rays come to his rescue a little bit, but there's so much pressure, so little time for Cloud9. But luckily, the Cypher has it all under control.
Of individual brilliance. At the moment, it's going all the way of Envy. It seems to be happening once again. The rotation, though, allows Mitch and Relyks to both find picks. The hot hands thrown in to try and deny some space from Jet, but it doesn't work. He's going to make his way into heaven, but he's walked in with his knife out instead. And finally, after a long hiatus from the board, Cloud9. Oh, that's rough for Calypso. He uses the paranoia to at least slow them down. It's down to this man once again. FNS, he gets one, but he can't quite stop the second. Has he bought enough time, though? Has he got to try and get to the site with the spike? It's just about going to be planted within the nick of time. And that leads them into this 2 versus 3 situation. A missed shot for mummAy actually causes aKis to go down. Caboose from above trying his best, but it's shinobi to find the trade. And now it's just down to Caboose, and he can't do anything.
Very passive. Obviously, their guns aren't good. But generally, over the last few rounds, have been playing like the one-and-done angles. Like called the Calypso could be caught out here. Takes a nice fight, but wasn't expecting TenZ to be hiding in his own smoke right next to him. Slight expecting point mob B. aKis wasn't quite sure where people were. Relyks is going to stare him right down, and
just making his way through. Already finding a second in the round and leaving mummAy with that ultimate, and he walks straight into him. That is rough. TenZ even using the ultimate, and he has a chance to get the pick, but it won't quite go his way. And 2 trades actually come back because of that level of aggression. This gives Caboose an opportunity, a chance for them to bring this round back as Relyks. And now shinobi trying to TP him from behind. It's not going to work for FNS. That big brain is sitting hard on his shoulders, and it leaves Relyks now 1 versus 4. The ultimate should do enough. He's actually still alive, but not for long.
And Envy threw everything. I kind of was like, oh, that's a really smart play with shinobi to teleport this.
They've looked at the time. They've realized there's only 20 seconds. Like, realistically, what can C9 do from this point? There's not enough time on the clock. aKis as well, perfectly placed to find another kill. They have to go now, and this crossfire is sublime. Envy are going to take us to overtime. He catch it off. He needs at least a kill. If he gets a kill, it's not the end of the world. And there's the first. He's not going to be able to get out of there, though. And in fact, Mitch has fallen in return. So this does give that advantage over to Envy. Of course, every round is so crucial when it comes to overtime. And Caboose has come up trumps at the perfect time. However, something they struggled with regularly on this site was getting rid of Vice. And somehow, he's still surviving. How's he alive? That's not the best start. FNS is going to get a free kill onto TenZ. Seemed like the utility used there didn't really work out quite the way that C9 were hoping. They hadn't tried anything like that in a while, and not even checking towards the ropes. It's a freebie. That's 2 now that have gone the way of Envy. Looking to at least get themselves the first map, and I think it might be done. There's only 2 remaining. Make it just 1. As now shinobi has to try and clutch this out. The man who's currently bottom of the board has to try and do it all. 5 players stand in his way. It's been a strong defense on either side, but it seems like this time it will be Envy to take the victory. They do just about get over the line.